Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? No, for you are more beautiful. Golden poppy, California's state flower, the golden state, the golden poppy. You might be wondering, did I pick this? Because if so, I might be in big trouble. It's illegal in California to pick a golden poppy. Did you know that? Well, I used to think that was kind of a silly thing until I started to realize that, for one, once you pick a poppy, it quickly wilts and ceases to be the beautiful thing that it was when it was implanted in the earth. But more than that, I think that the poppy and flowers more generally teach us that the best things in life sometimes can't be possessed or grasped. They just need to be in their natural environment. And by letting them be, we come to possess them in an even greater way. So the golden poppy I've long thought of as my sort of mascot or emblem for a natural method. It's just simple beauty. It's powerful. Happens to match the color of my hat too. And as a Californian, lifelong, born and raised, sort of a native son of these parts, I feel the special connection to the golden poppy. It's a beautiful flower and it's a beautiful state. But California is not living up to its potential. There are predatory forces that are trying to suck her dry of all of her creativity and resources. And I'm not going to name any names here, but I think that as Californians we need to come together around all of our best ideals, whether that's envisioning a better future. We see that to an extent in Silicon Valley, but it becomes this kind of perverse cliche of making the world a better place. And I think that Ivan Illich had it right when he said, sort of, to hell with the world, with Earth, as an abstraction that's divorced from its local context. In the same breath, he said, to hell with life. And if we think of a flower, if we think of life as something that can be isolated and plucked up from its natural context, we're also missing something. This is what's happening with the coronavirus, is we've started to idolize life for life's sake without recognizing that it's the individuals that we care about, and everything comes with a cost. So whether it's shelter in place, the lockdown, this is affecting individuals. It's not as if we can say that we're just blanket saving lives. So I'm a little bit vexed by the response that some people have had, which is basically lying down to the greatest intrusion of our civil liberties. We're basically voluntarily accepting the trampling of our freedoms in the name of security. And I'll quote the cliche from Benjamin Franklin, which is that those who would give up little security for, those who would give up essential liberty for a little security deserve neither. And this is the paradox of our time, that if we want to hold on to health, safety, we need to take some risks. We need to maybe build up our immunity, maybe even build up herd immunity. It's been talked about. No matter what, there will always be death. That's a part of life. But we can embrace our time when it comes by living life to the fullest. So I'm all about nature and getting out into nature and absorbing the elements without feeling the need to possess them. So that's what I've learned from this humble golden poppy. Really, even in its plucked form, is beautiful. And if I didn't say this, I didn't pick this flower. It was here on the ground before I got here. So this is my spot at the South Sailing Basin. It's turning into a warm, sunny day. I'm still at a safe social distance. But I just want to say that if they start to crack down and say that people can't go outside, then they've given up all pretext of this lockdown being about health. It's about control. It's always been about control, but at that point they'll have shown their hand to the point where I think that we as a collective can stand up and say, that's enough. And at that point I think that civil disobedience in the form of peacefully going outside in small groups, less than just a handful of people, and staying a distance away from other people, that will show what a hoax this all really is, the shelter in place. when it's been divorced from any kind of concern for overall health. What could be better for health than getting out into nature? And what could be more harmful and stifling to health than being shunted in fear into our homes, isolated from one another and from the source that sustains us? Not the earth, but the sun and the ground and the water, all of the elements working in concert. It's not about planet Earth, and it's not about life. It's about individuals, you, me, men, women, children, who are trying their best to find the reasons to be vital in the first place. If you don't have a good reason for being vital, I would urge you to start thinking about what are some reasons to be maximally healthy, or as healthy as you can be. It might be to better interact with your children or your grandchildren. It might be to perform your work without feeling pain, whether that's sitting at a desk, changing tires, or working underneath someone's sink in awkward positions. All of these require movement. Movement is not optional. I don't want to drone on for too long here, but it just felt like I had to say something about the looming ultra lockdown, Uber lockdown that they're proposing in California. And I just want to go on the record and say that I won't be cowed into submission in that respect. I will keep a safe social distance, but I will not be shut up inside my house when nature awaits and when there's this whole beautiful outdoor gymnasium, health center, whatever you want to call it, that beckons, calls us all, and it's waiting for us. It's free. Go get it. I love you.